Hi guys, welcome to Souls No Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I'm Simone and I'm going to be reading your message for today. These are general readings, guys. They may not resonate. Please only take what does, leave the rest. So let's jump in. We're using the karmic, or half of the karmic completions deck. I just picked a random half of the cards because it's too thick for me to shuffle all at once. So I'll get you a theme. We'll set the theme from this deck, jump in and clarify with the tarot. So, can we have a message for the collective, please, Spirit, for today? Right, here we go. Break the cycle. Accept. Ooh, right, okay, that's it. Accepting what is. Break the cycle and accepting what is. Oh, and then I am proud of the choices that I make. Oh, this is a beautiful reading. Now, obviously, you could be in the process of breaking a karmic cycle, a generational cycle, however this is going to show up for you. Or this could be the energy that the universe is saying, you know, your life would benefit, or this is the direction that the universe is wanting you to move in. But there's a cycle that needs to be broken here. And I feel like how the cycle is broken is through this acceptance of what is. It's so funny. I was listening to, I don't follow many readers. Not anymore. All I used to do was watch fucking tarot readers, believe it or not. Since having Safi, a lot of that's changed. I don't have time. I still have kept up with the few that I originally, let's say, came to this platform and discovered. And one of them is a woman called Queen Cup. She's a Canadian. And it's so funny because a lot of the readers that I do fuck with are Canadian. I don't know if it's something about their vibration, their energy, but there's something about Canadians that I love. I do have family that live in Canada, so it may have something to do with it. But that's neither here nor there. And she was talking about this accepting what is, literally recently, and the conversation was about forgiveness, and she was saying that in her opinion she doesn't really believe that forgiveness is, I'm not saying forgiveness is real, but there is no such thing as forgiveness. We shouldn't have to, whether it's seek forgiveness from other people, or other people shouldn't have to come and seek forgiveness from us. But why forgiveness is so hard to do. You know, I've spoken about forgiveness a lot in readings of the past. And I say, you know, it's not something that we do for other people. It's something that we do for ourselves. It's to free ourselves. It's so that we can break cycles. It's so that we can move on. All of this good stuff. She broke it down really simply, saying that forgiveness is actually accepting what is. When you accept what is, in effect, you are forgiving yourself. You are forgiving the other person. You're not personalizing what it is that they did to you. You're accepting the situation for exactly what it is. So I feel that has got something to do with you breaking this cycle. So if you don't really, let's say, feel familiar with this energy of accepting what is, then we're talking about forgiveness here. They're one in the same thing. They're one in the same thing. And then with this, I'm proud of the choices that I make at the bottom of the deck. This is what the universe wants you to be, or where the universe energetically wants you to be, which is proud of the choices. If you're breaking a cycle, the choices that you're going to be making are going to be different from the inherited, you know, choices or decisions that were made before now. You're going to be breaking out of the normal way, or the traditional way, or the only way. Yeah, look at that you've been used to doing things. We got the King of Swords. Whew, we got the Ace of Swords. I'm loving pulling from the deck. I usually wait for the cards to ping out, so I'm not a fan of me just pulling out the deck, but the last few readings, especially with this deck, the Six of Swords, it's been going really well with me just randomly pulling out of the deck. Right, King of Swords, Aquarius energy. You could have it in your chart. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, but outside of it, this energy belonging to a specific person, this is 11th house energy. So it's about groups. So it's a group cycle, or I could say a cultural cycle, a religious group. What am I talking about? Cycle. A cultural group, a religious group, a familial group. This Aquarius energy is about humanitarianism, having hope for the future. So you have hope for the future by breaking the cycle, as I was saying, doing things differently than the way that they've always been done. King of Swords is also about speaking your truth, hearing the truth, and coming out next to the Ace of Swords. There's either a clarity that's coming in about the truth of a cycle that needs to be broken, or this is what you're now sort of seeing. You may have broken the cycle already, but there's some sort of clarity that comes in that really makes you sort of proud of yourself. We've got somebody moving on here. All of these are Swords cards. This is all mental energy. How you communicate with yourself, how you communicate with other people, your perspective, how you see, how you're seeing something. Now, the King of Swords is the ultimate cycle breaker. He's going to cut out of his life whatever is no longer in alignment with him, with no emotion attached to that. There's no emotion here. So for you to break a cycle, you've got to, that's what I mean, accept what is and disconnect your emotions. As you're looking at this situation, as you're interacting with this situation, whatever it is, there's no feeling here anymore. There's no love here anymore, which is why you're being asked to break the cycle. Ace of Swords is truth, it's clarity. The Six of Swords is you moving on. The Six of Swords is you just moving on. Right, okay, accepting what is. Wow, we've got the Ten of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. And that's exactly what I was saying. Whether it's the burden of forgiveness, the burden of this acceptance, that's what's going to help you break this cycle. Ten of Pentacles, yeah, this is generational stuff. Generational patterns, generational cycles, dealing with your family of origin. This is ancestral stuff throughout your specific lineage. So the cycle that you're breaking, or that we're all breaking, is going to be very different. But in essence, it's all the same. It's all the same. So this Ten of Wands is the end of something. You know, Ten speak about the ending, completion of a cycle. So the completion of this burden that you've been carrying comes through your acceptance of what is. Maybe you're dealing with family members, or like I say, or something cultural, something religious, some sort of wider group. And you've got to look at those people with like a very, I don't want to say like intellectual or analytical, but it's not an emotional way. You've got to be able to reason with yourself over this group by saying like, you know what, I can see the pattern. I'm aware of what the cycle is. And for me to release it, I've got to accept that whether it's a mother, a father, a sibling, an aunt, grandparents, if this is a family thing for you, the way that they are, the way that they have contributed to this karmic cycle that we're all on the fucking merry-go-round of, it is what it is. It wasn't personal. They couldn't have engaged with me or this cycle any other way. We only know what we know. This is the truth. Clear thinking, being honest with yourself, being direct, looking for solutions here. And the solution is for you to be able to get to a point where you can accept the burden that you either carried. It was what it was. It got you to this point. You know, it may have been heavy, it may have been grueling, it may have been really burdensome. It may have blocked your vision for a long time. Because we don't get to the Ten of Wands without some kind of investment of our energy, of our time, of our actions. You may have been carrying the weight of a family, of a relationship. I'm not going to say really of a culture, because I don't know if we individually carry the weights of culture, but we can feel the weight, let's say, of our culture, of our ethnicity, of our religion. We can feel the weight of that, but individually I don't think we carry it. In smaller groups, like I say with family, that's slightly different. But take it as it resonates. You could feel that way. Who am I to fucking say? But anyway, whatever this is, it's you accepting the burden that you had to carry. And now I feel like it's intellectualizing, it's seeing it clearly, understanding the point and the purpose of it. Actually disengaging your feelings regarding it now. And being able to truly accept it for what it was. The teacher that it was meant to be the catalyst for your growth, for you to be able to break this cycle. And we've got more Swords energy. we've got the Page of Swords here. Now this is about, I don't know, collation of information. It's also speaking your truth. So I don't know if... I want to pull a card. Let me just say, because this could be somebody else. Show me the Page of Swords and this Ten of Wands energy. So the Page of Swords is looking over at the person carrying this burden. This person carrying this burden. So I don't know if there may be gossip surrounding you, moving on, removing yourself from this burden. People are watching you carry all of the weight of something. Show me the Page of Swords. Why is this energy here? Show me the Page of Swords. The Star. Wow, more Aquarius energy. Oof, we've got the King of Swords again. Hey, what the fuck? I don't know, Aquarius, like I said, is this the King of Swords energy over here. And the Six of Swords is also Aquarius energy. Ace of Swords is all of the air signs. Ten of Wands is Sag energy. Page of Swords is being clarified by two Aquarian cards again. The Star is healing, its guidance, its wisdom, and the Father of Swords again is this intellectualizing this acceptance. This could be you, an aspect of you, seeking out information, or when you're looking back at... This Page of Swords is you, that it's when you look back at the burden that you had to carry. It's like you're looking back with this energy of, I was saying, the group. It's a social awareness. You having hope for the future. You healing yourself in relation to this, understanding it. That only comes through your acceptance of it. This is so strange. We've got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck here. The High Priestess is an inner knowing. It's not, it's not using your physical eyes to sort of scope out a situation. It's that inner knowing that you already have. Your psychic ability, your connection to source or spirit. So some of you could have been receiving guidance about a group, about a family cycle, about a family pattern, about something generational that you've been dealing with. I feel that you may have recognized the pattern, because the way that these pentacles are laid out, they're in a very symmetrical pattern here. Like bang smack down the middle. We've got the Queen of Wands under there. Temperance, yeah, and then I saw the Empress. The Hermit, there's so many major arcana cards under the moon. No. The Ace of Wands, right, okay, let's stop. I feel that intuitively you recognize the pattern to breaking this cycle. You were aware of it, you could see it. And like I say, we can't do anything about what we can't see. But intuitively you knew, yeah, and you're cutting yourself away from it. Whatever this tie was, whatever that worm represents, you're cutting it, you're breaking the cycle, you're cutting through the bullshit, you're cutting through the manipulation, the lies, with the truth. You've got so much truth in here. It's only the truth that sets you free. You can't be set free from anything if you're purposefully in delusion, or you're purposefully like in denial, or not wanting to see the truth here. So I don't know, I see an Emperor behind here. Some of you could be cutting out a father figure, or cutting, if it's not physically cutting them out, but breaking the cycle in relation to energy surrounding, the head of the household, the father, the patriarch of your family. You may be seeing something that needs to be cut out or broken in relation to that aspect. Usually we get a lot of maternal energy, matriarchal energy. I did see the Empress at the back of here too, so it could be fuck it on both sides, mother and father. But there's a family cycle here that needs to be broken, and you're being asked to alchemize it with the Temperance energy. And that's like not turning shit into sugar, but I suppose it's you not, I say accepting what is, not allowing this experience to sort of poison your cup so that you pass it on to the next generation. It almost feels like as she's pouring that water from cup to cup to cup, it's purifying your energy. It's purifying your energy. It's like it's almost filtering the emotion. Because like I say, there's no emotion down here. There's no emotion down here. And the temperance angel's dipping her toe into this stream or river or whatever it is. So you're not allowing your emotions to flood you. You're going in there with some sort of, like I say, intellect, some sort of wisdom, some sort of rationale where you're able to actually now filter that murky ass water into something that's clear, the clarity. So this could have something to do with a mother. This could be you stepping in or standing in your power as well. Take it as it resonates. I don't really know. But I see the Hermit, and that's you going within. That's you going within. Now, I don't even speak about this. We've got the King of Pentacles at the bottom, well, the end of this section of cards here. Accepting what is. I just feel that you breaking this cycle and your analytical acceptance of a burden that you've carried leads you to this financial stability. And I'm sure we've had this referenced in quite a few readings. King of Pentacles was definitely in the last reading that I did. And then the one that stands to mind is it had all of the really dark black coloured cards with the bursting through, the breaking through, the sunshine energy. I was using the Muse tarot. This tarot. I don't know, it was about a couple of weeks ago now. But and the King of Pentacles was at the top of there and saying that you're breaking through this cycle, breaking through this pain, the suffering, the not wanting to see the truth was going to get you onto the path of your abundance, your happiness. You being able to create a really firm and solid foundation for yourself, but you don't get there without this acceptance. You don't get there without this acceptance. You don't get there without this healing. You don't get there. For some of you, there could be like literally reporting. Like I said, the Father of Swords is in here twice, and that can speak of justice, the court system, lawyers, police. So breaking the cycle could be speaking your truth to power. Literally like reporting something, reporting somebody. But it's speaking truth to power here. Whether this power is your family, your parents, or it's got something to do with something else. But there's a speaking truth to power. Right, show me break the cycle. Any energy for break the cycle? Right, okay. Show me accepting what is. Right, these ones don't want to go back. Things come and go quickly. Guidance received in your dreams. Oh, fucking look at that. Denial, non-acceptance of pain, disassociation, the need to grieve. Like, this is what I was talking about. This is so weird. Accepting what is, and then we've got denial or the non-acceptance of pain. I said you've got to look at this burden that you carried, this weight that you carried, this family situation, this family cycle, whatever it was. Truth, clarity needs to be brought to this. You've got to, we have the Temperance card at the bottom. You've got to allow yourself to feel, to heal, but actually not allow yourself to be fully submerged in that. Some of you could be grieving, like I say, the closing out this old cycle, having to cut yourself off from old places, people, things. It's not going to be an easy process. It's like, you know, we sit here, not all of us, but in the spiritual community, and we're quick to say, cut this off, cut that off. But there is a mourning process, whether this is mourning, you know, the family that you didn't have, mourning the relationship with a mother or a father or a grandparent that wasn't the way, like it's this part of the acceptance of what is mourning the way that it truly is. That is how you come to terms with it. You may not have had the mother, the father, you know, the relationship that you wanted or needed, but you got what you got. And you got what you got for a reason. So there is a need here for you to grieve what you didn't have. Grieve what you feel as though you missed out on. Because that is your acceptance of what was or what is. You're not trying to change it. You're not in denial trying to be like, well, they were great and I got my needs met. You've got to grieve. Oh my God, this is so deep. Then we've got chase your dreams. You are worth it. You have time. So you've not lost anything in this cycle, carrying this burden. Like I said with this King of Pentacles, that is you chasing after your dreams. That is you going after what it is that you want once you've put this burden down. You haven't wasted time here. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And you're learning exactly what you need to learn for you to be able to not even chase your dreams, but manifest them. Oh, God, zombies in the area. Stay alert. We've got lifeless, lacks independent judgment, apathetic, asleep, or soulless. So I don't know if you're dealing with, or this is what you're having to accept. You're breaking free from people that are, completely apathetic. They have come across as, not being connected to their own soul. They lack independent judgment, which is this King of Swords energy. This is independent judgment. But the people that you're dealing with lack that. They lack this life force energy. They're asleep. And just think of like zombies. I don't know if this is the case. I'm not really into horror films and shit. But it's just giving me like that vampiric, sucking the life out of other people. So you've got to accept what is and grieve it. Then we've got, wow, a designated place for you to cross is ahead. You get the green light. Exactly. Pedestrian crossing. So you're going to be able to cross over from breaking this cycle. You're not going to, it's exactly this, exactly. It's the Six of Swords. A designated place for you to cross is ahead. But there's something that you've got to accept. There's something that you've got to see. You've got to remove yourself from people that are either in denial if this isn't your energy. Remove yourself from people that are in denial, that are asleep, that don't want to awaken to your truth, their own truth. Because that is just holding you back. And you don't want to be in this apathetic energy, this lifeless energy, just to have people around you. No. Absolutely not. Right. We've got Empress energy at the bottom of the deck. Exactly. And this is so weird because I spoke about the Emperor here and something cutting away at some sort of patriarchal energy in your family or that you've had to experience or deal with. And then we've got this Empress energy and it says, get in, loser. We're going to end the patriarchy. So that's fucking weird. But yeah, so there may be some sort of inner knowing about, and it doesn't have to be the patriarchy in terms of like government and all of that shit, but just some sort of masculine structure that you've had to deal with in your own, not bubble, but, in your own smaller group, however that's going to show up, be it a boss, be it a father, be it a grandfather, be it just a dynamic of how, generationally, that aspect of your family has sort of communicated or been dealt with, or it could be the zombie. I don't know how it's going to fucking resonate, guys. But you're ending the fucking patriarchy by being proud of the choices that you make. And it's accepting what is. You can't change the past. It's not our job to change people. We just accept and we move on so that our lives are where we need to be and we don't end up in this shit. Oh, right. I'm itchy. Right, okay, let's get one of these. We had so much feminine energy. Let's get a goddess. A goddess message. And obviously, if you're masculine, a man, if you're masculine, if you're a man watching this, then this feminine energy is definitely still something like that you step into. Allowing yourself to feel, have compassion, empathy, and this is for yourself. For your bloodline. That's how you come to this acceptance of what is. We're not trying to lay blame here and finger point. We want to accept and we want to move on. Right, this came out first. Grief. Oh, I've got chills. And that's exactly what this card, if I can get these out of the way. This card down here was talking about a need to grieve. So we have grief here, breaking the cycle. Either the cycle that you were stuck in was causing you nothing but grief, or as you break free from this, like I say, it's allowing yourself to mourn. It's allowing yourself to actually go through the grieving process. And I think there's 5 stages of grief, and the end stage is acceptance. I don't know what they all are. I should really look it up and write it down. But first of all, there's denial. We don't want to believe that, somebody is gone or somebody has died or somebody isn't who we thought that they were. And then we go through another stage and we sort of can go backwards and forwards between stages for a while. It's not just a straight path for many. But ultimately, we come through this acceptance at the end. giving and receiving, and we've got soul forgiveness here. 10. I feel it goes this way round. Well, they're both 10. Shit. 2 and 8 and then a 10. But the soul forgiveness is this Empress energy, the temperance energy that we saw at the back. You're alchemizing of this. Your forgiveness of the people involved. Because they're taking the personal, taking the personal attack out of the situation. And then we've got giving and receiving, and this goes back to the King of Pentacles. I feel that your acceptance of what is going to usher in new energy. It's going to usher in reciprocated energy where that may have not been the case in the cycle that you're actually breaking or closing out. But we've got closing out, 2 10s here. So that's the end of a cycle. It's so prevalent throughout this whole reading. I'm going to leave that there because that's kind of blew my mind, but this isn't going to be everyone's, excuse me, this isn't going to be everyone's message, but I hope that those where this was resonating managed to get something from it. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.